Hey friends, in this video it's going to be a special two-part series. I'm doing a collaboration with my friend Troy over at DIY Home and Auto. In this, we're going to be installing some speakers into my Neon. So to give you a little bit of story, I've got a 2001 Dodge Neon. It's kind of an old beater, but nonetheless, I've had it for many years, since about 2004, I think. And I could have sworn I've always had 3.5-inch speakers up inside my dash. Like, I've stuck my head up in there, and I could have sworn I heard sound coming out of the little vent slots that are up there. And then I've looked through the glass to look down in there, and I could have sworn I saw speaker material sitting inside there. And then about a couple weeks ago, I was looking it up, and it turns out there's only one model of Neon that actually had speakers put in there from the factory, and everything else, no speakers installed there whatsoever. My model is not the model that had that one speaker. I forget what the model was, but nonetheless, I went and double checked it and took a closer look at it, and sure enough, no speakers there. Hey guys, I gotta interrupt myself. Apparently, everything I'd been telling you is BS. I don't know why there were speakers in my Neon, but when we popped the dash off, there were 2 speakers there. So all we had to do is cut them out, wire in the new ones. So I ordered some speakers from Parts Express after doing a lot of looking around for the best type of speakers that I could put there. And they got delivered yesterday. It looks like UPS drop kicked it to my front door yesterday. This is in really sorry shape. But let's go ahead and cut it open, see if the speakers are okay, and see what's inside. So I had a whole section recorded where I unboxed it. It was all dramatic and filled with lots of humor and had all sorts of great things about it, but I left my address on there, and I don't like you guys enough to let you know where I live. I love you, but not that much. But here's the speakers. They made it just fine. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about why I got these. So at first, I was originally looking at car speakers that were 3.5 inches in diameter, but all those speakers, from what I was seeing, would really suck for my purpose. And the reason is they were all 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, 1,000,000-way speakers, and I didn't want that because each time it broke up was another little speaker or tweeter inside of it doing high-end frequencies. And high-end frequencies are very energetic and really fast. And with these going up inside my dash, they're going to be a lot closer to my ears than the rest of the speakers in my car. So I really didn't want to be going deaf towards all these high frequencies with all this ultra high frequency that was going to be happening. That's going to come straight out of the speaker, hit the dash, or not hit the dash, hit the window and go straight into my ear, and then I'd hear the rest of the sound. It seemed like it was going to be a really bad idea. So I started looking at Parts Express, and the reason I was looking at Parts Express is because they sell speakers for building, or they sell drivers for building speakers. So I came across these 3.5-inch speakers. They are the Peerless by Tymphany, the TC9FD00-04 3.5-inch full range line array driver 4 ohm speaker. So I chose this one. They had a few speakers that would have worked, but from what I saw, this was the best. It had a paper cone and paper surround or paper basket, and they were full range, but they don't go as far into the high end. So the frequency response on these drivers are 175 hertz all the way up to 10,000 hertz. Now most other speakers, if you look at them, go up to like 18,000 hertz, 20,000 hertz, and I didn't want to go that high because the other speakers inside my car are 3-way, and I think I even got a 4-way speaker in the door. So they're already really good at doing the high-end frequency. So all I really want is something that kind of boosts the low to mid-range frequency response up in the front of my car. So these will do that perfectly. The reason I chose paper over rubber is they're going to be sitting right inside of the window, so they're going to be subject to a lot of UV radiation that's going to degrade rubber and rubber surrounds and make the speakers fall apart faster than I think they would with paper. Now I could be wrong, but I really don't think so. Now to dive into the specs of these speakers a little bit, they're 3.5, like I've said a few times. Their RMS is 25 watts. The impedance is 4 ohms. They're 175 hertz to 10,000 hertz. Their sensitivity is 90.3 decibels at 2.83 volts at 1 meter. So 1 meter away, these are going to be 90.3 decibels loud. The voice coil diameter is 0.76 inches. And then the materials of construction is paper, cloth, steel, and ferrite. So ferrite for the magnet that's at the bottom. And they're quite small, but they're quite heavy if you're actually holding these. So I'm really looking forward to putting these inside my Neon. Alright, so I figured I'd finish out this video inside the Neon where the speakers are installed. I really wish I could show or have you guys listen to these speakers. I would try playing it and picking it up with a mic, but then you guys aren't really listening to what these speakers can do. You're more of listening to what these are doing through a microphone and then what your guys' speakers do. So it's really not an accurate representation at all of what these speakers can do. But I have to say, they're really good. They're really, really good. I'm really glad I chose these. They were cheap. They blend very nicely with my other speakers. They do excellent voice reproduction. They have excellent mids. They have a little bit of low, not much, like I mentioned earlier in the video, because, I mean, they're just not a big speaker. So they're not going to have any low end for the most part, but they have a nice high end, but it's not so far up there that it's just deafening. I do have to say they're louder than I expected. So, I mean, I've always transitioned most of my sound to come out of the back of my car rather than the front of my car, because I like the way the 6x9s in the back of my car sound more than the smaller speakers in my door and inside my dash sound. But I had to transition it a little bit more to the back than I used to. But I think that's got a lot to do. I'm just not used to having good speakers up there. But like I said before, they blend really, really seamlessly, and you can tell they're speakers up there, but they're not there by themselves. They're not more apparent than any of the other speakers in the car. You just get a really nice transition between all the speakers, which translates to a very clean listening experience to to anything you're listening to. And the strong point of these speakers is how they reproduce vocals. So when you're listening to your favorite artist sing, they come through loud and clear and concise. It's really good to listen to. Now they're not high-end audio speakers, but for car audio, I really like these. So if you have a Neon, I really recommend you use these speakers to upgrade the 3.5s that are in the dash of your car. Now that we've talked about how good these speakers are, if you want to see how to actually install them into your Neon, go ahead and check out Troy's video that's going to be linked at the end of this video. And now I'm going to transition it over to Troy to go ahead and close this video out.
Hey guys, this is Troy with DIY Home and Auto. Thanks for checking out JP's video on the review of these speakers. Be sure and like the video and subscribe to his channel so you can see more videos of reviews, technology, that sort of thing. And then be sure and click over here to get to the actual video where we install these in his car. I help him do that. Be sure and like that video and subscribe to my channel where you can see more things about DIY Home and Auto. I do auto repair, appliance repair, things around the house, gardening, that sort of thing, basic do-it-yourself type of stuff. So be sure and like my stuff. We love our subscribers, and we'll see you on YouTube. Thanks, guys.